It is what it is. That was embarrassing. Maybe 80 to 100 kilometers.
Nervous, unconfident riders usually are much more unsafer on the roads because if you are new to the cycling and being on the actual road makes you really nervous, then this video is for you. I will share the things that made me much confident and safe on the road, and there is one piece of gear that actually changed how I ride completely.
I ride this road right now, and I remember one of my first road rides here on this same road, where you have like two lines and then you have this safety line that are used by cyclists all the time. And yeah, back then I wasn't that confident. Of course I was afraid from traffic here. Also, one of my first rides on the clipless pedals, I wanted to drink and take my bottle out. I failed to actually put it back in, and yeah, some kind of way I lost the balance and fall from my bike, broke my bottle, left without any liquid. That was embarrassing. And yeah, at first road cycling can feel really dangerous, and in the way it is, because you think that nobody is seeing you, drivers are fast, sometimes they overtake you really close. That's probably the biggest challenge here, to actually feel confident. And with a few tips that I will share today, I hope that you will be much safer and much confident on the road. So let's get into it. I actually thought that today will be a really wet and dirty, but yeah, it ends up being really dry. I put all my mud guards front and back. It is what it is. And the first thing that you can do to be much safer on the road is actually make yourself much more visible to drivers around you. And the most basic thing is use front and back light. For example, I use them all the time, no matter the conditions, because here in Latvia, where we have one of the highest number of road accidents in the whole Europe, or maybe even in the world, these things are really important. And then also, really big factor in your own safety is try to wear bright clothing. Yeah, I know that black kits are much more classy and they are basic. You can wear them with all things that you want. It looks good. But for your own safety on the road, I would recommend you to use much more brighter kits or piece of kit. Like for example, I have this bright jacket with the reflective stripes. They are not giving any effect right now in the daylight, but when it's darker, I am much more visible. That's the tip number one. And today's plan in terms of riding, maybe 80 to 100 kilometers. I will have a coffee and some pastries in Raumkalni, which I mentioned in my previous video, where I climbed the most famous climb in Latvia. If you haven't seen it, I will put a link somewhere here, so make sure to check it out. So, and we are in the Raumkalni again. Okay, off we go. Let's get back home. What do we first? have to climb this small hill here.
This is a piece of gear that I was talking about at the beginning of this video. This is a bike radar, and this is probably one of the best investments that you can do for your safety on the bike, especially if you're riding roads a lot. And how this thing works, you just connect it via Bluetooth to your head unit. It will alert you when cars are approaching from behind. I personally use Garmin. There is a lot of different options out there on the market, which will be maybe much cheaper, but honestly, this is one of the best investments that you can do for your cycling, and especially if you are a beginner who are really nervous about being on the road, this thing will help you be much more confident.
Really big thing when you do road cycling is your position on the road, and here a lot of beginners are a bit wrong in a way, because when you just start cycling and riding roads, you might think that riding almost on the edge of the road like that will be much safer, but in reality it isn't. Because when you are riding really close to the edge, you are encouraged drivers to pass you much closer to you, and then you will have these really close overpasses, like shoulder overpasses, which can scare you a lot, and in the worst case scenario you will start to panic, brake suddenly, or I don't know, like start to ride off the road, which of course we wanted to avoid. That's why I encourage you guys to ride much safer in a way that you ride a little bit from the edge. I'm not saying that you have to ride in the middle of the road, which is unsafe, but you just keep yourself a little bit farther from the edge. In this way you will tell drivers that they have to overpass you like that, for example. They will take a lot more distance to overpass, and you will be much safer on the road this way. So yeah, the confidence on the road is the key here. Yeah, as a beginner cyclist, even if it sounds really complicated, it's not. Especially if you have your radar on, you know that cars are approaching you from behind, you can be ready for that. And yeah, small tip is maybe you can stop pedaling for a bit when the car are passing you. Yeah, I don't know, sometimes it helps me stay just like in the straight line, not pedaling, and wait till car safely pass me and continue my journey. Oh, beautiful, beautiful surroundings. They start to feel much more beautiful when the sun is out. Whew. And next thing is, of course, hand signals. And here you want it to be as straightforward as possible. If you turn right, just hold your right arm up, that's it. If you want to do left turn, just do left turn. Hold your left hand up, and yeah, do this early. You want to like make sure that drivers that are coming from behind know as fast as possible that you will turn, and yeah, you will avoid all kind of like accidents or unwanted situations. I think that confidence is probably one of the most important things
If we talk about road cycling, nervous, unconfident riders usually are much more unsafer on the roads because you tend to do a lot of like weird things on the bike. So you have to build that confidence. Usually weekends or early mornings are perfect for practicing. Choose quiet small roads and build that confidence on the road. In that way you will be able to ride bigger roads with much more busier traffic, and that's how you can get much more comfortable with the road cycling without any pressure.
And yes guys, road cycling in the beginning can feel really dangerous and scary thing, but trust me, if you apply these things that I was sharing with you today, like bike lights, make yourself visible as possible, road positioning, hand gestures, all these things will start to feel really automatic and you won't be thinking about them at all. And I definitely recommend you to consider rear bike light radar, because honestly it's a game changer for road cycling. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave some comment. As usual, my name is Alex, my pleasure. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.